Alright, well, what I'm doing now, me and Carl's over here, I'm finishing up all the final welds on the frame where it attaches the back half to the new front hole section. I'm just putting the final welds on that. Just hand it down there real quick. See, just welding everything up, making it solid. I gotta put a couple braces up there, but oh no, the frame is pretty much done. Alright, she's welding these main brackets in for my tilt. Yeah, a little cramped. I was struggling the other day.
I bet so.
I'm gonna put a little bit more bracing in the front end, and I can't see you because it's super bright light. Get the other side. All right, put a few more braces in and stuff, and made my stops, and it's almost perfect. So I'm gonna throw some paint on all this, and I got a brace in across there, and I got all the frame fully welded in. So not much, but it's something. Alright, I'm back over here at Fox Hollow, working on 64, and now I am getting ready to put my straight axle under it. Got all my plumb bobs hanging out and hung down and set up, and just going to start measuring and squaring and measuring and squaring. Get it right there center. Measure from the rear end to the front, square from the frame to the axle, make sure that's squared and straight, and tack her in. So that's what's happening. I got my front fixed, my stops from my tilt front end. So super simple. Works good. I threw a little black paint on that. Once I put the grill and stuff in there, it'll look halfway decent. Jacking these up. Check it out. Perfect. Perfect. Exact same spot. Alright, got my straight axle tacked in. Got some plumb bobs hanging off the rear end. I'm going to drag tape measure and just double check, make sure it's square with the rear end. It's square with the frame. I mean, I've measured and checked and measured and checked. It's squared. Had my plumb bobs hung up in front, find center of the axle and center of the car and center and center and center and center. But I'm going to climb under here and double and triple check from the rear end up to the axle to make sure it's the same distance. So, just tacked in there. I'm hoping that by the end of the day I'll set this thing on the ground. Set it down on the ground and just stand back and look at it. Maybe roll it outside, look at it, roll it back in here. Something. That's my goal for today. Get her set back on the ground. I still got to build my traction bars, like a cow track type deal. But still got to put my down bars in, but I got to get in there and finish welding all the floor up. See, this is filled all the holes. A little patchwork action, but it works. So everybody that don't think it looks good, that's what they make carpet for. I don't care at all. Throw a little black paint on it, throw some carpet over it, which is laid over yonder, and it'll look good as new. Not that it matters what it looks like, as long as it'll hold. That's all I care about. Scott over there checking. 109 inches to the axle housing. See where my strings are hanging off? The plumb bobs. 109 inches from this side and the other side. One spot on perfect. It could not have got no better. That's freaking awesome. That's the way I set this thing up in the beginning, and that's the way I set the S57 up, just like that. We measured from the rear end up. Well, what I actually did was to square it off a frame. We square from the frame, same point on both sides, found the center, measured. This distance is exactly the same on both sides. Well, what it is, I measured across and subtracted the distance of that and took that and divided by 2. And then I divided that, whatever was left, by 2 and figured out this was 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 inch, quarter inch, quarter inch. And that dropped them in perfect. Axle is 109 inches from this point to the rear end housing. Both sides, friggin' awesome, man. If I sound a little excited, it's because I am. That means it's back straight again. Ah, it's awesome. And there's my bracing. Alright, well, I can't sit on the ground today. I thought I could, but I can't because I need to buy the wheel spacer. See that one there laying on the frame back yonder? It's not the right one. I got to buy some for a 47 Ford axle. That space out that I can put a car rotor on it, but and then put a wheel on it. But I can't do that because I haven't bought all that stuff yet because I wasn't sure. So after I order that, then I can put wheels on it and set it down on the ground. So yeah, the kit ain't but 89 bucks. So I'll just buy it and it'll be alright. I was really hoping I could set it down on the ground, but just don't think it's gonna happen today. I even went out there and got the old Ford wheels that come off this thing. They're like 8 inches wide, but the tires on them is literally like blowed apart and separated, and I can't get no air in them at all. So. Oh well. Have to get up with Speedway and order a few parts, and then maybe we can set it on the ground. Who's out there? I heard something. Yeah, I took the front end off by myself, and wasn't bad at all. I rolled it forward to the stops, took the bolts out, and it stayed right in place, and I just grabbed it and lifted it off. So, awesome. Need to weld that backside and throw a little paint on them. I'm tempted to just go ahead and put the final welds on this because I checked it and checked it and checked it, and it's perfect. So, but I'll wait. And I'm taking my door apart. I know a lot of folks wanted the door. I had a lot of people offer to buy the door from me so they can hang it in the garage, but I can't get rid of my door. That's my first and better be my last crash. I'm gonna hang it up on the wall because that door in that front of that car allowed me to walk away from it without being hurt at all. So aside from a little bit of bruising on my neck, I didn't get hurt, not a bit. So I keep this door as a reminder of what could have happened. And plus it's just awesome because it says Calamity Jane on the side and it's just destroyed. Peeled the, here, look at it, I'll show you. For you folks that ain't seen it. See what I'm talking about, why this is so cool. Perfect wall hanger. See. But taking the glass out, taking all the door stuff, taking the hinges and stuff off of it. I'm going to use all that on my fiberglass door. Well, at least try to. I may go with a Lexan window and just screw it in there and not have a roll-up window no more. Or maybe use a seatbelt as a slide. But I ain't made it that far yet. Dad was saying I should do like a 2-lane blacktop where the window slides open and shut. That would be cool. I might do that. I don't know yet. But yeah. So sorry everybody that wants to buy my door. I can't part with it or the hood or the fender. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of a big deal. Hanging on the wall, and remember, one day when I'm 90 years old, I'm like, oh, I've been back and I hit the wall. It sucked. Had to rebuild the whole car. All right, got everything out the door. I got an idea on how I can just leave my regular glass in. I'll show you that in a minute. Show you my plan. I can keep my regular glass. It just won't roll up and down. All right, I'm mounting my hinges up, put them loose, and fit my door where it's nice and tight. And Then I took and pushed those flush and took spray paint and sprayed through, and that marked all my holes. So, little trick, give that a shot. I'm gonna put a piece of plate on the back side with nuts, and that's how they'll mount up.
Just a basic memory foam matrix. I deserve that. Yes. There is someone else.
Massage Envy. Keep your body working. Now get a free 60-minute session when you join Massage Envy. See locations or visit massageenvy.com.
Alright, I'm fixing to set this car down on the ground for the first time since it wrecked. So we're going to see where it's going to sit. Alright, Calamity is officially back on the ground again since it was completely destroyed. Still got a lot of work to do, but had to have it set on the ground so I could do the measurements, put the engine and stuff in. But it is on the ground setting once more. Build a scoop out of Lexan. Actually, this plexiglass. No, yeah, this is Lexan. Build a scoop out of Lexan. I'm going to take and put red tint on the inside, and I'll maybe have a nice red scoop. Or I might run my other scoop. I don't know. There she is. Pretty cool. All right. I'm gonna try to get the motor in today. Got a build more motor mounts, whole cross member mount and everything. There's my motor. She's been tucked in the corner for far too long. So I'm gonna try to get it down in there. I got it set on the ground. These I gotta cut off and put new ones on because that's not where they're gonna go. I mean, it might be where they're gonna go. I don't know. We'll see here in a minute. But that is the plan. Alright, we got her up in there. I gotta put the scatter shield and transmission on it and slide her down in there and make some mounts. Alright, I got the motor set down in. It ain't in, but it's just, I'm just mocking it up and getting her all ready. So tomorrow I'll weld some brackets up and get everything fixed and hopefully have a motor set down in there. Awesome. Alright, got the motor and trans sitting there. I got my cross member built. So I just welded them 2 plates to the end, and then I'm going to have 2 plates that'll set like this. That'll set like that. That'll be that I can bolt that other piece to. And then it'll have, I thought that big block and small block had different motor mounts for the sides over here, but it was the same, so I'm just going to make it like that and it'll be good. So it's a little heavy gauge, but I want it to be stout. So, because if I do plan on putting a big motor in it or turbo in this sucker, I want to be able to hold it. But yeah, that just goes right across there. It'll go like that and have gussets that are welded down the back. I might cut it up and trim it up so it's like a triangle, but I don't know. We'll see. That's the plan. Because I didn't want to go too far down with my engine. I wanted to set up a little higher. Bottom line of your tire to the crank. So it's actually up right now, but it'll be close. So I'll measure it and I'll double check. But that's just old 60s gas rules. It's just the way they had to be built. But there was turbos around in the 60s, and I might twin turbo this sucker. Wouldn't that be awesome? 4-speed twin turbo 60s air gasser. Like legit 60s, not pretend 60s like everybody else runs. I mean like legit. Like not, oh, this is 60s and there ain't no piece on it 60s. Let's keep it real. I even used 1969 rotors off of the Camaro. See them? 69 Camaro rotors. Courtesy of my cousin Jim. So thanks, Jim. So sweet. There's my mounts. So, there she goes.
That other one kind of got crooked. I'm thinking the end was cut crooked to start with.
Yeah. That's what they make a welder for. You fill it in.
You step across it, you will.
Yeah, exactly.